welcome to the stream. We're playing some One Piece as usual, and specifically, we're going to keep playing some Yamato. I've taken out one copy of the 4-drop 6k Yamato for a fourth copy of You're the One Who Should Disappear. I just felt like a lot of the time I was getting it off of life and going, oh damn, it's no counter. Having an extra card that is 3k counter seems more helpful. Other than that, though, it's the same list I was running by the end of the last video. And yeah, just gonna go straight back into playing. And I don't know exactly how this works, but I'm gonna try doing ranked if I can, because that seems cool. I won't be doing that. Never mind. I went to and it looks more awkward. I'll figure out how to do that off stream and then I can actually stream playing it rather than trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing as I go. We're against the Crocodile. No great forecast, I think. Yeah, I'm happy with that mulligan, so we get a Kiku instead. And same game plan as it was last time. Skip turn 1, turn 2, put 3 Don, swing 8k. Either we're ripping 2 cards, at minimum 2 cards from hand. Oh, damn, 1 card from hand. And 1 Don from field, I guess, but not really. That was probably the best card they could have had there. Very much happy to just counter out that. Now's the question of, do I just put 5 on and swing again? No, because they have blocker. So I'll put 1 on, swing. Either they'll block it or just 2k counter. Like I'm not expecting this attack to go through, but it takes card from hand, then we can chuck a Kiku on field. Which, it's a body. It's actually a 4-cost 6k body, which is pretty good. They're coming in with an 8k hit. I'm unfortunately kind of just fine with that. I'll keep that in hand. I'm not going to use it on Miss Wednesday because I mean there's a chance they attack with it, but if they do, I'm happy. So oh, they are just going to attack. Okay, no complaints. Question is, do I take the damage? Yeah. Cool. Well, I guess I could also have just used You're the One Who Should Disappear. Probably I would have had to go with like Hody Jones though, and meh. Would like to keep him if I can. We'll go. Okay, yeah, they're going to ramp one, but that's still 8k into 4k, so. And then 10k a lead is not a bad amount. Hit a trigger. Yeah, they hit a trigger to ramp one. I probably just kept the card in hand. I mean, I guess they're on 10 Don now, but I don't think they were far off it last turn anyway, so. It's 8 Don they want to hit, not 10. Because they just want to play their 8 cost Croc that gives them. What's it called? It gives an extra life. Yeah, that one. I guess 2 Don spare isn't a bad thing though, so. I will now use this, but I think I'm just going to get rid of Momonosuke. There's 5 Don on field, so Yamato isn't actually that helpful at the moment. If this, and I guess we'll add another one. I'm searching for Hiyori. Damn, let's add another Kikunojo, I guess. I imagine they've got Okamon Way, so they're going to redirect whatever attack I put into their crocodile. But I'm kind of just fine with that, because like if they redirect the attack, they can probably redirect and counter. But Still forcing a card from hand, and well, 2 cards from hand. Go come away and a 2k counter if they wanted to do that. No, they're just going to take 2 damage. Trigger. Okay, Miss Valentine gets in the search, right? Yeah. What are they going to add? Double finger? Well, I imagine they're going to just use Miss Double Finger now then, but still, again, no reason to not force them to use the card from hand. I wasn't able to stream last night, so obviously want to make sure I'm streaming today. Will not be as long of a stream as it was yesterday, just because that took more out of me than I was expecting, if I'm honest. But yeah, other than that, we'll use beige. And we'll let this attack through, because why not? Now, this game's actually been kind of tough, to be honest. Like, well, there's the Hiyori. The issue is I don't actually even care about. I mean, I think I just want a Yamato here, to be honest, because it's just going to give me the extra life. And then we'll put in 6k at lead. I imagine it's just going to get counted out of or come away to whatever. We'll have to take their draw 1, trash 1, 2. It does just get to play a lot of good top end though. Yamato, Crocodile, and Katakuri. I mean, so do we, but Holy Jones, Yamato, and Big Mum instead. Like I say, I'm not complaining about any of that. This thing, they have 3 attacks in to my 2 life, so they probably, well, they have a chance at lethal. I have how much counter? 4k counter in hand, so that one is allowed. I probably should have kept that. Yeah, and then they can put everything on lead. Assuming they are going to do that. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah. Wait, did I have 5? Oh, damn it, I could have counted out of either of those. That was just me being bad at the game. Okay. Okay, they're going to play blockers instead, so I actually have a chance still. Yeah, they had game there. I'm confused. But I'm not complaining. So I'm just going to start with the first attack being 8k lead. Then we have what theoretically 7k, 8k, 9k, 6k into, yeah. Yes, they have 2 blockers, so chances are they just block one of these, but whether they do or don't, I don't really mind. I'd rather them not block this than Arlong's actually doing something, but especially if they block with Uta and go -1 to hit Nekamamushi. Yeah, I should have Arlonged for Pody Jones first. That was a misplay. Thankfully. Oh, no, they haven't done it. No, they're just going to Uta, aren't they? Oh no, they did. They did just mess up. Thankfully. They still could have one more copy of Okama away. That was 2 cards from hand. And I only actually need these last 2 attacks to go through, assuming they don't hit a beige. Which, like, if we hit a beige, then after what I did yesterday, it's deserved. Ooh, no, they did just go around it. Damn. Up to 10k, then yeah. They had a lot more counter in hand than I thought they did. What was it? Blast Breath, Gatling, Double Finger, beige, I come away, miss a Mr. Friday, yeah. We'll take the rematch though, if it lets me. Because that was quite close. It shouldn't have been as close though, they should have gone for them. They should have gone for game the turn early, but I shouldn't have messed up and allowed that to happen, so. I'll keep that. We've got Kikunojo and Yamato, so whether we want to play offensive or defensive, both work. The question is whether I go in just straight for a 9k swing. We'll drop beige. Okay, they have blocker, so we don't go straight for the 9k swing. We'll go for a 5k swing. Ignoring that blocker, which they probably counter out of, but like, again, I don't mind forcing cards from hand. I'm really liking the 4-cost Yamato. I should have coins in my pocket. I'm used to having coins on me. Ugh. In fact, they're on 7. Yeah. Momonosuke's nice. I do think I'd actually roll these ones counter here, though. Yeah. They have no Don standing, so I'm not scared of when I come away. I'll attack the 6k into 4k first. And then I think I just do the, was it 11k swing at lead? Oh, they now have Don standing, so yeah, they would have had it. I forget that it's immediately on attack that all happens, where it just goes gain 1 Don and stand a Don up. Do I care? Kind of. I think I'd rather try and go wide here then. Which means I get a 6k swing and a 6k body. Ooh. Okay, that hurt. They just got to play a 9k body for free and got rid of one of my threats. Didn't like that. I'm going to have to counter out of that because otherwise it just dies, which I can't just let a body leave the field for nothing. I do really like Zoro. I can't even play it this turn though, can I? No, I'm on 8. And we'll let Hiyori. And I can go Hiyori, take top life, and okay. If I get another Hiyori being able to stack this to last life would be nice, or even Amaru. And then we'll go 9k at 5k lead. They don't have any Don standing, so it will just do 2 damage because they can't come away. God damn it. And then we can bring that up to 8 for the swing into that. They are definitely winning in board presence though. Both got 6k, and then I've got 2 zeros, and they've got a 9k. There's a chance, very slim chance admittedly, 5-game next turn is just realistically not going to happen. The hope here is they just swing into Momonosuke instead of swinging a lead. Ooh, yeah, that diminishes our chances greatly. Again, I can counter out of this, and I kind of feel like I have to. That's nice, at least. I can put Hiyori back into life. I will obviously search one because we will search 2k counter. Swing a lead. How this deck messes with Don is actually weird. The fact they get an active Don during their own turn means that they can then just use stuff like Okama Way just freely. Yeah. Giving themselves an extra life. That's dumb. And now they're on too much life for me to even use my leader effect. Now they have enough. Funny, why not? Ugh. We've now got 4k counter in hand at least. Let's just try and stay aggressive here. Okay, they put up Uta and Miss Wednesday, but that doesn't necessarily save them. So we start by just going get rid of both their blockers. 3 on lead. They don't have a weird target for a common way that's going to give them more life. Mostly they don't have Kikunojo. That's a disgusting play. You can just force your opponent to attack into Kikunojo and just gain a life when they would be taking one instead. Really, this attack needs to go through. If they stop it, then I lose, but... Hey, look at that, I lose. On the bright side, we can try and clear board a little bit. So he's now 10k, which I can put into that. I just hope they don't have a 2k counter. If they did, it it does unfortunately happen. Apparently I'm live, guys. Just got the notification through. And block that one. And then be killed by an Uta. That's fun. Okay, their life wasn't anything scary either. It just didn't work out for me on that game, unfortunately. Just gonna go straight back into another game though. I've probably been making misplays still, like almost definitely. I feel like I need to be able to identify better what I'm doing wrong, rather than saying so much, as I've just realised. Making sure that it wasn't just like bugging or something. To be honest, the serves seem pretty light, so I might stop doing One Piece and play something else instead for a bit. Said it again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shut the stream off and then I'll restart in just a second playing something else because the servers do not seem very busy, which is fine, but said it again. What should we play? There's enough for you to do a poll, I would do that, but the choice is realistically either Hearthstone Battlegrounds, which I'm going to need to update, so that's just going to be awkward. What else? I should Pal World? I'll stream Pal World. haven't streamed that in a while. That's all I've actually streamed on it so far, isn't it? Maybe I can see if the Western servers. Do I have any decks I can play Western server? That's the question. Oh, apparently Op06 does exist. So can I actually play Yamato? Oh, I can. Sweet, because I built this for Op06 and that's already on here. I've been playing against things I didn't even need to play against, like EBO1 and stuff. Cool. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. Certainly no complaints about having the 4-cost Yamato in hand. Or 4-cost Nekamamushi. Did change what's actually cool, so I've called it EBO1 and ST13. Let's counter with Onami. I think that's fine. I could have kept it, I guess. And we'll take that. And we'll kill Satori. Okay. And I'll need to change the one on the YouTube as well. Cool. Then, so we've got 5 done. I don't really care about Perospero, and I know that yellow can have some nasty triggers for my board more than for just generally. So might as well just go in for another big swing, which did seem to work there. I think we already had an Onami for board clearance, and then he just top decked another one anyway, so never punished, I guess. Use Nekamamushi this time. I don't hate playing 7-drop Big Mum next turn, because if they're just going to give me a life or take one from them, which just puts me in kill range. Realistically, they're going to give me a life. Which does pretty much leave me free to play Zoro the turn after. So we'll start with that. They'll give me a life, unless they're psychopaths. I don't know what that is. Psychopathic, psychopathic, yeah. You know the word. You know what I'm trying to say. And use a beige there. I'm not bothered about blocking their leader attack. Like 7k, sure, go for it. That's pretty cool. Trash of life. Annoying. So I'm going to gain a life from Yamato here and knock out. I mean, not only knocking out Pudding, I guess, but or I can try just going for game. I mean, I have the Yamato, right? Definitely higher risk. They've got 7 cards in hand, so I feel like I probably shouldn't. Yeah, we'll play it safe. Put a 10k attack in a lead. I imagine it's getting blocked. Then a 5k attack will get countered. And we still have the option for going for Yamato big swings next turn. But we've now got an extra body to make it safer. I don't trust they won't have like an NL or something. Ooh, they did the 10-drop Linlin. Which does give them a life, but also... The question is, do they have a beige? Oh, rolling Onami is free, so I don't care if they have. Hi, thanks for the follow. I haven't seen you followed yet, it's not come through. 1 second, we'll finish this game then I'll go for 6, yeah. Go from 11k into lead with banish and double attack, which is just genuinely horrifying. Oh, they did counter out of it. Which means I think I just played slower now, to be honest. I mean, no, if I play slow, I just die anyway, don't I? Either way. Should have put the 2 extra Don on, but I don't think it mattered overall. We'll do that swing into Lin Lin. And that swing into Perospero. It just means I have to have a good life. But it doesn't come up with who followed me. Is it going to come up with, does it send me an email? No. Where's my follow? I want to say thank you, and my thing's being weird. Oh, I found it. Agathon? I'm sure if your name would be like Agatha. Oh, wow, you've been on Twitch for a while. Nice. And yeah, unfortunately, they had the second Lin Lin, and my life wasn't good either way. That was close though. If I'd put the extra Don on, how much did they counter for in that attack? They counted what, 7k? Did they have enough for what, 3k and 4k? It's 7. Yes, they had enough. Theoretically, unless it was in a 2, like there was an odd number of 2k counters that made it awkward, but seriously, I think they just had it, and I've gone to the wrong server. I need to figure out how to put some bots up so if someone wants to see my deck list, they can just put it and see what list I'm playing for for some things. But they're going first, so we'll actually keep Momo because worst case it just baits in a wave of aggro, and we'll take Nekamamushi because that seems like a smarter play than going for a second Yamato or something else. Oof. They're trying to play this as blue good stuff, I assume, which I don't hate. A bit boring, but I don't hate it. Yeah, we are just going to swing 5k, they counter or block it. We get the body up. There's no point in going in for the big swing when they've got the blocker. And so I imagine they're going for an X-Drake here because it seems that they want to stack with the first 2 cards I saw being Doflamingo and X-Drake, and then X-Drake. Well, they see Nakamamushi, Momonosuke, and Beige. They know we're having fun here. It's quite nice because I was looking at playing this as soon as I actually get some Op06. Was pretty much everything except for the stuff that's not been released yet I can borrow, except for maybe the Momonosuke and Izo. I might have to pick some of them on myself. But I'm kind of fine leaving both players with high life for now, to be honest, because I'm looking at Yamato and I'm just like, playing that for large amounts seems good. But also, if I get an attack through, I'm never going to complain. Just going in with counter. I guess they want to lower that number of cards in hand so then they can use his effect, right? And now his effect is just when attacking, draw 1 because they've got 3 or less cards. Hey, look, they did it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Another. Sorry, this hand has not been doing well for us. 2 Amaru, 2 Zoro. What did they just do? Oh, they got rid of one on my Nekamamushi. How rude. Here's the thing. I can very easily lose a life to just play Hody Jones, and I think that's the best choice. Because rest both of those, we get a Kikunojo, which is actually quite sad. We then go for a 6k attack at lead. We can then go 5k attack into Doflamingo, and 8k attack into Drake. Ooh, down to 0 cards in hand now. And because there's still 7 life on field, Yamato is just going to kill X-Drake next turn. Like, yeah, they get an extra draw here. Oh, and they're just going to go for the biggest swing they can. Sure. I think I'm swinging to Hody Jones there. I'm fine with that. And they left him standing up. Of course they did. Ooh. Then we'll just attack 6k into lead. Yep, they can counter it. Then we'll attack 5k into lead. We've finally taken a life. Finally. And I'm going to counter out of that because I'd rather keep him alive if I can. Ooh, that's a lot of drawing. Oh, I guess he's also Wano, isn't he? I've just realised all of the cards that are like, if your opponent has 3 or less life, he's technically one of them. I mean, I'm very happy to just play Zorro here, to be honest. Like, that's definitely not a complaint. We'll start 6k attack into lead, watch them counter it or whatever. 5k attack into lead. 9k attack into lead should go through? Yeah, it does. And then we'll just play Zorro. I could have done that. It didn't matter. I'm being silly. So then I could have done that the other way around and then used leader ability to put 2 Don on something, but I probably couldn't have if I'd done it the other way around. So I guess maybe if I'd attacked with Yamato first, they might be able to counter out that, and then I could put the 2 Don on Nakamushi if they couldn't. It would have been less likely to counter out that attack. Yeah, Kaido is big, but I'm not too worried now. Like I have a Zoro and I have Yamato. Like that's an effective 5 damage if they don't counter out any of it, considering they are all going to be big attacks. And we've got 6k counter in hand. Wow, they're trying to make us use our 6k counter immediately. I say no. I say use that and we'll knock out Perona because it's funny. I probably should have just done it and kept Onami to play for triggers actually. Okay. Ooh. So they're stacking here, and oh wait, I was going to say, I don't have a way to get rid of it. Yes, I do. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go in with the 8k attack lead, which hopefully they cannot counter out of. They can counter out of it, but that's still not the worst. 11k, stand back up. 11k, stand back up. 9k. 11k. Yeah. Ooh, they just didn't see counter of those last few cards in life either. Yeah, I'm liking this Yamato a lot. That's another one I actually probably need some copies of, although I don't think my friend who I'd want to borrow them off is playing them. This Zoro I need. It's a 2 of, but it's one of those cards. So is the Yamato though. No, Yamato's a 3 of. In case anybody's wondering, I'll actually bring up the list I'm playing quick so you can have a look. This is it. Top end is reasonably I'm trying to think of the word. I'm not sticking with one game plan. Like I've got Arlong for just suddenly I want to swing and try and steal a game before it's too late. Lin is more if I'm sort of just in control, my opponent's not putting up threats. Yamato is just big and either removal or gives me an extra life, so it's a bit slower. And then Zoro, who, if I have the chance to play and don't think it's going to be gotten rid of, it just wins me the game. Only cards I've not been too fond of are Momonosuke, because he doesn't have counter, and a lot of the time he just doesn't really come up. Like, he's got blocker, which is nice, but no trigger and no counter just makes it feel a little bit iffy. I mean, you can have a look at other Wano cards, which is actually what I was doing yesterday when I found the Yamato. Even I could put in a 4th copy of that and then a 1 of something else, or a 3rd Big Mum or something like that, but I don't know what I'd go for, because obviously Kozuki Oden was the it can attack more than once big guy, but now that's just Zoro, because he's just better. Yes, this guy is Wano, though. I mean, there's the 3-cost Kiku, this one. Who knows what you're supposed to play off this? Like that was like the main play. But I guess it does also just allow you to play what? Raizo, Shinobu. like a few of the other guys, but realistically you're either playing Izo to just stop an attack coming in, or a Kiku to stay aggressive. I don't hate Zoro, but he's better in life than on field, so there's something I'd go for the last card, like instead of Momonosuke, if there's anything, because the yellow and green cards are there that I'd maybe want. if if this card was slash attribute instead of strike attribute, then I'd probably play the ST12 Mihawk, because it'd be able to play Kikunojo, Nekomamushi, or Yamato, but where it can only play Kikunojo or Nekomamushi, it just feels a little bit too situational sometimes. It's not a bad choice because it's just a 2k counter though, so who knows. I had a silica gel packet in my pocket from a new coat that I got. And the other option is just Don Quixote Rocinante, because he's just really good. And like in the mirror match, he does just come up, doesn't he? Actually kind of like him because he stops KOs by effects as well. That is an option. Yeah, there's Mihawk. Play a 4 or lower cost Muddy Kingdom or slash trait character, slash attribute, whatever you want to call it. This is the deck I'm going to be playing when EVO1 comes out though. Kairos, like, don't get me wrong, it needs to be figured out a bit more. And I think it needs some more support, especially some some cost-based removal that puts things into life or something just isn't destruction. Because at the moment, something comes up that can't be KO'd by like Borsellino, and you just go, right, I guess we lose. This is probably a good one when EBO1 comes out to go in this deck. Now, I've seen a lot of people playing, especially post OP07, playing Yamato with the Sky Island stuff. And I think it's actually post EVO1 was because of this guy, if I'm not mistaken. Because he's just actually pretty good, and like with some of the other Sky Island stuff, with him being searchable, like very readily searchable, Gadatsu being decent removal, and Nell being a decent, just fast paced option. Like, I'm not a big fan, but I get it. This guy, I like when your opponent's playing stages and you're just like, gets rid of a blocker and gets rid of a stage. Like when you're against Navy, you get rid of Marineford and rest their Borsellino. Like, yeah, sawing at lead. Now I've rested your blocker and got rid of your like a long term option for you. No, I might keep it in. Might keep it in for now. Just see about it. I think it would be like reject if that wasn't. I guess technically OP06 reject is not banned here, so I could play that. Yeah, that's actually a potential option. Yeah, yeah, that's the list at the moment. A lot of Wano stuff. And it's definitely more aggro list. I know some people have been playing it with a lot more green things like the 10 cost Dofi and all that. I'm not a fan of it. I find it quite boring, but I'm also playing beige. You're the one who should disappear in a million volt tomorrow, so we will keep that because it has 4 cost Yamato, which is a just phenomenal turn 3 play, by the way. Like, so often I'm just like, yeah, I've already ripped loads of counts from their hand just by going swing big number, and then knowing that I can get in an extra attack even if they've put up a blocker, even if it's a, well, realistically it can only be a 4 cost blocker. So I've got counter. I'm just going to use beige as counter here. I don't really see a reason not to. How? Hey, it's exactly the thing I just said. Where I go, bump, bump. And again, it will just rip a card from hand, realistically. Like, It's very if they counter out the first one, ooh, that was upsetting. If they counter out of that first attack, then the second one probably goes through. Hmm. Well, that was kind of upsetting. I can still rest Sanji, so I might do that. I don't want to give them the ability to just keep going wide is the issue, so I might have to take care of Sanji here. But I also just like the idea of going really aggressive, either ripping their hand apart or just yeah. Yeah, they gained a life. Yeah, this is the issue now, is they get to just play more things, but I'm quite happy now to let myself go down to 1 life and play Yamato next turn. Oh yeah, well, no, I'm just going to use that. Like, what does it do? Oh yeah, that. It does that. We'll get rid of a Kiku and Nekamamushi. Because now Yamato actually gets rid of Sanji. It doesn't give me the extra life, admittedly. But who knows, maybe we just win. I know this is the bad play, but it's also... Oh, they got beige. Oh, they got another... Okay, yeah, that... they had beige and Sanji as their last 2 life. It's fine, we weren't meant to win. Jesus. Oh, I didn't have enough counter to go out. I thought we had one more. Damn. Yeah, I played far too aggressively there. I know I did. I was even saying it as I went on. I was just there going, I've played that too aggressively. But let's play a bit more controlled this time. We'll mulligan that. Cool. That was the only reason I didn't want to is because we had a Kikunojo, but we still have the Kikunojo. We actually have an Onami now, so if they don't play stuff, we get to go hyper aggressive. And literally just go AK banish double attack. I don't think we do because 9 cards in hand. Oh, they've gone on Onigashima. Hmm. I'm gonna let that go through because why wouldn't I? So I want to play something for 2 because it's free, and I actually do just think Onami is the best choice. I say it's free because I can attach 2 Don to the Nekamamushi, and since I probably would have done that anyway, Onami didn't actually cost me any investment in Don. I mean, I'm definitely not complaining with that. They were wrong. I've just ripped, what, 5 cards from hand, was it? 4 or 5 cards from hand? Oh, 4. Yeah, 2 Shiki, an X-Drake, and a Captain Kid. That I just don't have to deal with now. Absolutely fine with them swimming into Nekamamushi. Now they've got 6 Don to play something. And they're going to go for Queen. And they're keeping their last one, which I don't actually like, but it's fine. I think I'll just Big Mum here, right? The only downside to Big Mum is I can't push through Queen this turn if I do that, but I don't think there's a play where I really can, apart from putting 7 Don on and swinging. Now, to be fair, 2 Don on Nami does mean she can attack. Go for a search. We'll add Nekamamushi, I guess. We'll swing 10k, and I'm imagining they're just going to use Queen to block it. If they counter out a bit, fair enough. Like they could with Blast Breath. And okay, they're just going to take the damage. I'm really confused by that. And then I'll just swing 5k, which will get blocked, but it's going to get countered. Why? Why, though? I'd very much like to see Arlong now. That would be my favoured top deck. So what, they've got 9 cost or 10 cost Kaido they could play. Would maybe be scary, but like... Here's the thing though, I'd rather take the damage because it gives me a better chance of seeing a card I want. Okay, they've gone for the other 10 cost Kaido. I don't understand this at all. Come on. There we go. Okay, I'm imagining again they will counter out of this, but they didn't counter last time, so who knows? No, they didn't. And now we've got just a bunch of counter. And yeah, we're getting slapped for that, and he might have purple Kaido, but say if he has purple Kaido, he can't invest more than a 1-don swing with his lead, so it doesn't really make any difference. And he pretty much has to get rid of Momonosuke, or he can search for another Yamato. Not guaranteed to, but that's the chance. Yeah. I guess this does just get rid of one, right? Yeah. That just KOs Yamato. Oh, they did it the right way around. Okay. Fine with that, though. I have to find both these attacks going through, and if my opponent gets really careless, they attack with Queen, I counter and win, but confused, but not complaining. They just have all counter in hand? I doubt it. Ooh, Ooh exactly 11. Yeah, I think they should have been more aggressive than they were, but maybe that's just because I'm too aggressive, and I think other people should be as well. We'll go first again, especially against Luffy. And we'll mulligan that and see if we can find a Kiku. Yep. Either a Kiku or Yamato. We pretty much want in every starting hand when we're going first, because it just means we get that next turn. Yeah, we have both. I will say having Amaru and Hiyori in hand is always nice. Are they just putting that straight in? Fair enough. Yeah, that's fine. Here's the thing. I know from leader effect that I don't really care about getting rid of this because they'll just play it again. So I'd rather just start swinging a lead, but I know that doesn't really do anything, so we're gonna employ that, take top life, and put Kikinojo there as a more aggressive play. And then we're just gonna go 3-don swing. Which I know it's only a 2k counts they need, but still. There's nothing I wanted to play for 3-don, so there's nothing I could play for 3-don. Except beige, which I wasn't gonna play beige, that's silly. Rid of the other Kikinojo for that. Sabo's pretty good, but Yamato kind of neutralizes the threat massively. An 8k or 5k. There's a chance they counter out of it, but it's going to rip like 4 cards because the deck can't really play any 2k counter. Yeah, like I say, 4 cards from hand. And then we'll go. We'll remember to use that effect, and we'll just swing over Ace, I think. Yeah, I think that's the best choice because yeah, Ace can, if they have it, Ace can swing again. But if they have Sabo, it just stops their entire board being protected and means they have the blocker again. Yeah, Yamato is massive. Just like there's so many good 5-cost blockers in the game, so having an option to just take out of commission for a turn. Okay, they're back up to 2 life, but that really doesn't make any difference unless they can go up to 9k on lead from doing all that stuff. Trash one, put in. So unless they can put in Ace and Sabo, play Ace and Sabo, and then give them both the power buff, I don't really care. Shirahoshi and Ace, and they did them that way round. Okay, they flip them. So I was going to get Shirahoshi's effect, unless I get a Nami, I guess. But I probably won't use Nami anyway. I'd like Cody Jones. That would be the ideal top deck here. Just to be on the safe side. No. Izo is okay. Okay, realistically, we're getting rid of that and not giving our leader the bonus because I forgot which order I was meant to click in. And again, 8k attack. Just from how few 2k counters are in the deck, I'm not too worried by this. Like, I know they're going to play Shirahoshi. Like, absolutely. Draw 3, trash 2. And then an 8k swing, even if everything in hand is a counter. Oh, they did have a 2k. But yeah, this would need to be 2k as well, or I win. Yeah. Go for a rematch. Yeah, say Yamato is just a really good card. I've not seen any lists playing it, but I absolutely think it's just so strong. Oh, they're going straight in for a search. It's a weird matchup for Luffy, to be fair, because double attack just means that they can go, oh, I gain 2 life, and I go, okay, you've effectively gained 1 life, because I haven't seen many Luffy lists playing Viola either. That's one thing I will say. It's an interesting card to play. I think Luffy is the only deck I've ever seen actually want to play Shirahoshi. I'm happy just going big swing here. I mean, not as big a swing as I could, but the fact that it has Banish. What do we get rid of? Luffy and Moria, like, yeah, he gets to use effect now, but he's got no 5 costs in trash, so he needs to try and discard some before he can try using his effect. Which requires 2 dons, so he can't even go Shirahoshi and then use it. So the most life he can gain here is 1. Okay. I have the Yamato, so I don't mind this. My guess is no, he's just going to trash Shirahoshi, put that in. Oh no, he had the Sabo as well. I didn't even see it. Can he do it from... Oh, hand or trash. I thought we could only do it from trash. Fair enough. That is better than I thought. Again, I can do both of those, but I don't really care about it this time. How much am I on? 7? I think here I'd rather just put stuff up on board. Oh, no, let's not do that, because that means nothing. I mean, we can just swing over Viola. And we're putting bodies on board, so I don't hate it. And yeah, realistically, they're going to block the first one with Sabo, but then they don't block the second one, so I don't... No, they didn't. I don't care. I thought they'd block that first attack with Sabo, but doesn't really make any difference, so... should have played Ezo first, left the 4 done at the end, and then threatened with it, 'cause then they might have changed how they played. There's a thing I forget, because I play Yu-Gi-Oh so much, you sort of just do what you're going to do, and your opponent, if they can interact with it, they can. Whereas this is very different in that you kind of have to play around. You have to give your opponent as many opportunities to misplay as possible. Okay, so they did get a Luffy, and then they already used Leader's Effect, though, haven't they? So I just need to get one attack through now, and they've got one blocker. Am I being silly? They actually just left themselves open like that. No, they hadn't. I was very confused. Still kind of open, just not as open as I'd feared they'd left themselves. And yeah, they're going to get to play Shirahoshi, but... Oh no, they don't. I was being silly, they don't get to play Shirahoshi. 7k, which I imagine they're going to counter out of, and I messed up. That should have been 9k. That gives them a whole other chance to set their life up, and yeah, I was meant to put the extra 2 down on Kikunojo with lead, which at the very least was taking 2 more cards from hand. Now they've actually got a good chance of putting stuff through. They're swinging with Sabo. Go for it, buddy. I'm not going to complain. Especially not when I can 1k counter out of it, with 5k counter left in hand. I haven't been seeing Hody Jones as much, so I'd like... I know he's at 3, and so's Yamato. So, I mean, there's 6 copies of things that can go rest a 5-cost blocker. Oh, okay, they're going to play over it to them. Is that the only one they had in trash? Oh, yeah, it is. Fair enough, then. Because then they get to go lead effect, put Ace and Sabo, and bring them both back. Fair. Brings their leader up to 9k, sets up a blocker. Yeah, I think I just messed up. I don't know what they had in hand from that. Well, I can assume they had Moria, Luffy, and whatever else is still in hand, right? Maybe Shirahoshi. But that wouldn't have given them game, so... But that would have given me game still. Yeah, 100%. They're going to Sabo, so I really don't care about Yamato here. I don't really care about Kikunojo. Now use Luffy's effect, and then swing with him. Yeah, not quite what I needed. Gonna take that, so I can then use it, and yo, we got Hody Jones, just 1 Don too late. That's actually really sad. So we are just going to go in with a 9k swing at lead. Sorry, 10k swing at lead. Oh, that's actually... we might just have it. Depends if they have a 2k counter in hand. I think we still just have a chance of winning here, because they've only got 1 blocker. I really overcomplicated that. Yeah, it's not going to let me see what their card was, but doesn't matter, we won. Yeah, I think total 6 copies between Hody Jones and the 4-cost Yamato is nice, and I do think 3 of each is probably right. Oh. Hey, how you doing? I've been messing around with the Yamato deck a bit more. Not a lot more, but a bit more. I've dropped Yamato to 3 and put in a 4th copy of You're the One Who Should Disappear. It's been working quite well. Yamato and Hody Jones are very nice cards when I just want to get a big attack in with lead, or a Kiku. when I've got 10 cards that just say rest one of your opponent's cards. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Like I say, I've been having fun with the deck. Realised that Op06 is actually here on the Western server, so I've been playing Western server because why not? It's what I've actually made the deck for. I haven't made it to go against stuff from EVO1 and all that yet, ST13 and EVO1, because, or even ST12, weirdly. Yeah, the only slot I'm not too sure on is the 5-cost Momonosuke. It's going to take ages to find a server again, isn't it? I'll just try joining someone else's. Then we'll try hosting. There we go, we're against the best deck. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, we'll mulligan that. Yeah, we see Yamato. We need. I guess also seeing other Yamato, Nekomamushi, and Hody Jones is pretty good. Definitely no complaints. I've been using Hiyori a lot less recently. It's like I made a lot of misplays of using Hiyori and then using Hody Jones and going, I've just got rid of the card from my life that I specifically stacked there. But I've been doing that less, so that's been nice. Interesting thing with this, I know they can just set up blockers, but most of Navy's stuff is removal, right? They can't just remove my leader, so let's just swing. Also he's compared to Rebecca, who constantly has like 3 2k counters in hand minimum. This deck just barely has any. Ooh, 2 Rebeccas in trash already is huge as well, by the way. Yeah, Borsellino, and this is why Yamato's in the deck, to just force cards. Yeah, free stuff. And that's another 7k swing, so I might even... I'm actually going to do this. Yamato rest that. I'm just going to swing 8k into Borsellino. If they counter out of it, my attack with lead probably goes through. If they don't counter out of it, I get rid of their Borsellino. Win-win. And then they're going to counter out of this, but like, I don't care. That's also just a good stat line. Like 4 cost 6k is just nice. Okay, I think. I forget you're playing. You've been playing Blurple Croc. Okay. How about you try playing Blurple Croc? I know. Should I build a red purple kid deck? It'll probably be awful. Like, for full disclosure, it will not be good. I'm not. I'm not good at this, but I feel like I've played enough red purple stuff that I should have a rough idea of what the deck wants to do. Okay, as soon as this game's over, I can counter out that really easily. As soon as this game's over, I'll make a red-purple kid deck. So I've just let Nekamamushi die, probably. Yeah, because that's just another 7k swing. Again, I'm kind of just fine. Like, I don't think they can take me out here, so you're on 0 life seems pretty good. When I have Hody Jones in hand, I know I'm getting in 2 attacks. One of them's going to be 10k, and the other one's going to be 8k. Coming in with the 5k swing, I'm absolutely fine with that. I clicked before I even knew what was happening, but we'll take a free life. Moria, it's going to bring back Borsalino, right? Yeah. And then, can it even bring back anything else? No. Bump, bump. 7k lead. Yeah. It's just, he just didn't have it there, unfortunately. I think, I'm not, it's weird, because obviously Navy is the best deck in the game, like it has been since release. But I feel like it's one that people lose to because they don't play aggressively enough. Because realistically, like this entire hand of 8 cards had 5k counter in it. And that's not uncommon. Like in that entire game, he saw what? Yeah, five. He saw 7k counter in that entire game. You know, I saw what, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12k counter. I saw nearly double what counter he saw in that game. And yeah, Borsalino is a crazy good card, but I've built 2 specifically because Borsalino is a good card. That's why I've built the deck the way I have. So let's build Red Purple Kid. Let's see what I come up with. I will say the only Red Purple deck I've really played is Uta, so it will probably be really bad because I know Uta does not do the same thing as this deck. Okay, so let's. So if you have 4 more life, this leader has -1k in your own turn, and when attacking Dom, -1 gains 2k power. So using leader for big swings, cool, makes sense. I looked at it and want to play it really aggro, which is probably wrong, but I'm gonna build it for aggro and see what happens. I think that's what makes sense to me. I really like Marco as well. Just gonna say this, Marco, and you building this for Op06, right? Not for post that, because there's the Little Wars Junior who I would like in the deck if you're including like EBO1 and stuff, but obviously if you're not, then it's not as helpful. Yeah, I'm going to build this very differently from how you would. I'm just going to say this now. Like, I'm fully aware this is going to look weird. There's so we've got they got 0 cost one. Huh, they don't. Well then, like 2 blast breath. I think radical beam is better, especially when you're trying to go to low life from leader effect because of leader effect. What do the kid pyro cards do? That's the question. Oh right, 7 cost is 100% in here. 5 cost is 100% in here. Did I add him? Yeah. And then we want some more cards that just ramp. So Zora Zero, because we're going to low life anyway. He should just be very good. I don't dislike Ein. I think if we're playing Ein, maybe we take out Zoro. Yeah, not aggressive in the same way as most others. I'm not playing Zoro and Luffy in it. Um, Yeah, so I think if we're doing this, I want to go second. Is that right? So what curve will be 2, 4. By that point, we've already taken a damage, so he's almost live. Well, this is an interesting one because we're playing Ein. I'm playing Shanks. What other film cards are they that I could be playing? Just thinking because I think Buena Fiesta is a really good card. It's a 2k counter and a searcher, so it's just never bad. Oh, you were playing this one, which is actually really strong, so that's good. And then 2 spaces left. And again, this list is probably awful, and I'm aware of that. But maybe. What cards in here don't have counter? That's the question. 7 Kid, 10 Shanks, 9 Whitebeard, and 4 Ein. That's not that bad. And like, these all are counter, like, so that's. Maybe another 2k counter? Just. Oh, maybe, yeah, even like Saga. He's just also has a body. Take out 1 Shanks, put in a 3rd Saga, and we'll try that. Um, I know this is probably really bad, as I've said. This is my first look at the deck. My reason for Marco is he's removal, and also we're playing a bunch of events, so he's not dying, like he's going to be sticking around. Um, Zorajiro and Ein for ramp, and then I mean I know you were playing some of the events that ramp as well as trigger because you're taking damage. Because you were playing what Punk Vice. You were playing Lead Performer Disaster as well, which is interesting to me. Um, oh, yeah, Jagatling. I was looking for that a minute ago and just didn't find it. What's this one? Yeah, I think I'd rather play Gatling than Kit Course, and I'm going to drop Last Breath to 0. I think that's actually worth play. I know it's a lot of the, like, it's a 6 of the 0 cost counters. I think is fine because we're playing 7 Kid, 3 Shanks, 4 Ein, 2 Whitebeard, and some of the other events we might not always be able to afford. This card's going to be interesting, by the way, with OPO8. We don't know a lot about it so far. We do know that there's going to be a chopper leader who apparently is going to be red-black, and I think he's going to be animal focused, so this is just going to search for a count that looks for any 3 or less cost animal is going to be really interesting. Um, what do you think? I'm going to play another game of Yamato while you until you just want, because I obviously don't want to like not be doing stuff while I'm streaming. But when you're ready for a game, let me know. Right, this is the other deck I was looking at playing for OPO6. I am going to mulligan that despite having Yamato in hand. The rest of it just was not very good. We've got Nekamamushi. It's a more controlled option, but it's not bad. Pardon me. So I know that the biggest blocker this deck usually plays is Yonji, so even Izo is actually just pretty good for this matchup anyway, so I don't need... They're actually just trashing like 4 cards. Yes, please. Come on, keep countering. No, they're going to take 2 damage after countering 1. Strange choice, but I think they just misclicked. To be fair, I'm being sarcastic for no reason. I do that a lot. Having 2 Amaru in hand's pretty sucky, I will say. Sure. Oh, 30 though. I I don't think I've ever seen someone put 3 Don on our Reiju before, but that's fine. What are they doing? Oh. I guess they got the attack first. I don't hate that actually. It confused me, but I get it. We'll counter with one of them now because it feels silly not to. A third Amaru? Oof. I get I could have just gone aggro and swung big again, but was that? Yeah, 8 cards in hand. I'm kind of fine with just getting something on board. I know it's a 4 cost if they have the little Niji in hand, then they are just going to bounce it, but it forces them to make that play instead of going for something more defensive or offensive and just sort of having to focus on clearing up. It's kind of fine by me. I need some not Amaru in hand. That's all 3 Amaru that are in my deck. Yeah, they have little Niji. What Donald will I be on next turn? 7? Hmm. There's obviously still the really aggro play, but I don't think that's right. Although Amaru's going to be live if I take 1 more damage, I'm just tempted to take the damage, but I feel like that's a bad choice. You can use his effect? Bump. Yeah, I do just have to counter this one, and I'm fully aware of that. We'll counter Nekomamushi, because why not? I don't like they've got an Ichishi in trash now. I feel like if they didn't, I might have played a bit more aggressively and let myself drop to 1 life, but knowing I've got Yamato as an option to keep playing it safe, it feels like a bad idea to play hyper aggressively. Oof. Reiju and another Niji. Eek. That's really upsetting. This is the one thing that was wrong with the Momonosuke, is he can't put Little Momo in life. Because if he could, that would actually be a really nice turn there. That's a nice card to have at least. Wow, another Izo. What if we had another one? And again, we can play aggro here. They have, what, 6 cards in hand? Yeah, they're probably going to counter here, but minimum 2 cards rip. Exactly 2 cards rip. Okay. So we've got Yamato as... Sure. Using Kaya as removal is terrifying to me. but yeah, Momo is small. Who would win in an actual fight? Kaya, who I believe is meant to be like 16 or 17, but is like very ill, or Momonosuke, who is a child, but also has like a level of combat training, and I think if he turns into a dragon, he wins. That's my answer. If he turns into dragon, he wins. But if he can't, since he struggles to control that, I guess at this point he's a bit bigger and probably better at controlling it. Probably, not definitely. But don't really them adding judge. That feels upsetting. Same with Borsalino for getting. I also have 3 copies of Amaru that can remove it. I will counter out this first one. And then I won't counter out of this. We'll use trigger and we'll get rid of an Amaru and Momonosuke. Then we will take that one and we'll keep it in hand. Because now, here's the thing. We don't actually get to out anything with Yamato, but it's just the biggest body I can put down. I say I don't get to out anything, I can out that and Hiyori swing into Kaya. So we did out 2 things at least, I guess. And then we'll attack into Reiju. I imagine this is just going to get blocked. Yeah. But we have what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9k counter in hand. With potentially enough to just swing for game next turn. Obviously they have the blocker, so it'll require me to get Yamato or Hody Jones. Should have. Oh, I've just messed up there. I could have actually KO'd Queen with that. That's really annoying. Could have outed Queen. Damn it. If they play another Queen, I feel less bad. It just means I just need Hody Jones. I said earlier that the only block they were going to have is Yonji, and they've actually played Queen. Which, to be fair, I actually like in my build. I'm playing Queen, but I know most builds don't. Trash EGG and add Germa 66. That's, I mean, sure, that is technically something you can search. Ooh, I just shivered there. I'll probably be ending this stream at about the 2 hour mark, so it's about 40 minutes left. I might do a stream tomorrow playing that Captain Kid deck that I built and seeing how bad it is. Second Reiju. No draw off it though, because the hand was already too full. Third Reiju. Dun 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 dun. I don't know why, I thought this thing had 2k counter when it was first announced. I'm glad it doesn't. Not even for the fact that Reiju could do with an extra 2k counter, but you just play it in Trafalgar Law. Like a lot of good purple and red stuff that's being released is just, hey, it's Trafalgar Law support. When they announced Raise Max, I'm like, oh, it's an option instead of Gordon. I'm like, oh no, you just played both. You're just playing both of them now. Hmm. They've still got Queen as the issue. I mean, this is just good anyway, so we'll give my lead an extra 3k, and we'll swing big at their lead, and hopefully it gets blocked. And then we'll choose this, and they can either lose a life or give me one. If they lose a life, they're putting themselves in. Okay. And do I actually want to swing over Reiju here? I think I do. Oh damn, it didn't kill. Okay, yeah, that's actually scary now. The Reiju army is approaching. Hmm. I think by the time I saw Big Mum, it was probably the only real option I had. I could have swung the first time at a Reiju as well, but I don't know what difference that would have made. I'd rather do that because it's 2 cards for it. Now I need this to be beige, and then to not have Ishiji. No! Wait, what? Then charge one. If you don't have one, it just works anyway. Oh, that's filthy. Don't have don't have Ichiji. I thought it needed the card in hand to work, and it just doesn't. Okay, they had Ichiji, so it doesn't make a difference, unfortunately. But that's really good to know. Ooh, I mean, next one really stiff. No, ready for a rematch? Yeah, I'll take a rematch, and I'll go first again. And oh, Mulligan. That's a lot of big cards. Going for an earlier Linlen doesn't seem bad though. So turn 1 skip, turn 2 swing, turn 3 swing, turn 4 Linlen, turn 5 Yamato. Obviously attacking with leader each time, but like, oh, we saw second Linlen. Maybe we just Linlen twice. That'd be funny. Yeah, I'm not going to complain with ripping 2 cards from hand that quickly. Immediately get rid of a Gion and a what Khalifa. Actually going to counter that. I'd like to stay up on my life a little bit. Going to go 2-cost Reiju. They then going to use. Where would they not Germa Kingdom first, trash it and get search off? Hmm. Guess they can search now and see what and try and go for something else. But oh, they're just doing it again. No, they're just doing it again. I'm like, fair. That's not a bad choice. Realistically, I just don't care about putting something 4-cost on field because Niji exists. I did it last time, and I think that's probably where I lost the game. So might as well just stay on the more aggro side of things. And so having no counter in hand's a bit sad. Why I'm playing 4 copies of You're the One Who Should Disappear though, so because I am playing a fair bit of non-counter. I'm thinking of playing this. I'm looking at the film deck and looking at how many non-counter that plays, and I am thinking about putting Gum Gum Jet Gatling or Bad Manners Kit Course in that deck. I actually think I prefer Bad Manners Kit Course because the deck kind of already has its turns pretty played out or like planned out, at least how I've built it. That was a really, really nice life. They should have played Queen after they'd attacked, admittedly, but I'm not complaining. I do still think I prefer just playing 7-drop and then so say either I gain life or they're losing one, and then I'm just going to attack into Rage. They'll counter out of it. They'll counter out the one with lead, and if they somehow, for some reason, don't counter out of this, then I'm not complaining. I maybe wouldn't have done it if I hadn't just hit a Reiju off life, but they got rid of a little Reiju for it. That's a strange choice. They have another Reiju in. If they have another Reiju, yeah, instantly glad I didn't play the 4-drop. And again, I'm absolutely fine taking 1 damage here because we just play Yamato. Does Amara do the same thing where it's no, it has to trash 2 for the first part? Okay. I was thinking with the other one is disappear the fact that you gain the life and then trash one. If you don't have one to trash, it still gives you the life. This means this says you have to trash first. Another Reiju. Again, I can only actually get rid of Kaya with Yamato. I could also just go for game. I don't. Is there a reason why I wouldn't go for game here? So what's that? They're on 11. They're on 11. So go for a swing of 12 first. And then a swing of 13. Oh, it's already on. Sorry, she's already on 13. I'll swing for 15 then. But I feel like I very nearly overcomplicated that. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, they had it. Okay. That's terrifying. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm in danger. Maybe I didn't overcomplicate it. Maybe I was undercomplicating it and going, hey, I can just swing. I will say I wasn't expecting. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9k counter. I was not expecting. Yeah, that it does happen. I'm not complaining. Like you can just have it sometimes. Okay, that attack does indeed go through and knock out one of their Reiju. Doesn't matter. But... yeah, rip. Fair play. I thought I had that. Oh, sorry, slapped the microphone. Yeah, no, I can't even complain. Like they had 9k counter in their hand. Like it happens. I would have liked to have I would have liked to have had a Nami in hand to get banish on the attack with lead, but I don't think if I'd done that, they probably just counted out the first attack. Damn. Saying earlier how Reiju needs more counter. Apparently, I'm just playing it badly. That was. Just went, what if we had all the counter we possibly needed? Oh, they're playing 01 Odin. 01? Yeah, 01 Odin. And they're going second, so yeah, we will continue with game plan. Interesting effect. I haven't actually seen anyone play this leader before, I'm gonna be honest. I think. Yeah, I'm kind of fine just taking a damage here. Yeah, that's fine. They've got Raizo. Do we have any way of just immediately getting rid of him? Hmm. No, unfortunately we don't. But what we do have the option to do is swing 10k. Oh, they're playing the EVO one. Wait, one sec. Did I go back to Eastern servers? I must have, because it's EVO one. Meant to be playing on Western servers. That's actually a really nice thing, being able to use. Wait, what did they do? I actually know what they did. What did they say as? Oh, they used "You Can Be My Samurai." Yeah, fair. I will counter Momo. and counter Hiyori. Then we'll take this one. Bye-bye, Denjiro. I need 4 own army so badly. The card is actually filth. I actually think I prefer here just swinging into 1 Raizo. Okay, they stood him back up. And playing that, take top life, putting an Okiku in there, and then playing an Okiku. Just have multiple Okiku doesn't seem like a bad choice. They do just get multiple draws still, but I'm kind of just trying to set up for a point where I can go get rid. Because we have to swap Okiku who has no counter for Nekamamushi who has a 1 counter is pretty nice. And I think I counter out of this. I'd like to stay on 1 life just to be safe. When I've got enough to just safely counter out of it. No reason not to. That's a lot of cards in hand. 11? Yeah. A lot of people do seem to just be able to stop it. Oh, that's upsetting. Yeah, the fact that by the end of the game this guy's effectively playing with 12 Don. It's kind of cool. So, lead can't attack. Realistically, the only thing Yamato can take out is Momonosuke, and he's already gone. I think Yamato's still the right choice because it'll give me an extra life. There are no targets, I just wanted to make sure that wording wasn't strange. We can still give that one up to 8 to get rid of a Raizo. Oh, is this guy playing 10-drop Dofi? That's a question. If so, that's going to be pretty sad. You didn't need to counter that last card. You could have kept a 5-drop Yamato in hand. I'm intrigued to see how many Yamato you can fit into a deck. Might have a look at that just because funny. Well, 4 of the 4-drop, 4 of the 5-drop. Yamato leader. That is massive. I think that actually just saves my skin completely. Yeah, it does. Amaro into beige. Just that good. I feel bad, not gonna lie. Okay, took out a Kiku, give me an extra life, and then play Rocinante. They played a blocker. They played 2 blockers. Come on, no, Hody. Hody Jones! Boom, boom. Wow, Hody Jones. My absolute G. He shows up just in the nick of time. After how many episodes was his fight with Luffy, by the way? Like 16? Yeah, I don't blame him for just immediately quitting there, gonna be honest. Oh, he's playing Hody as well. Okay, I don't feel as bad now. I'm meant to be playing Western servers as well, so I actually put myself in more trouble there, but oh well. I'm intrigued when we get OP07 on here to play Reiju with the new Sanji, and Red Purple Luffy with it as well, because it's just a searchable 2k counter for Straw Hats that after you've used the 10-drop Luffy is just what, 3 costs 6k? Is that right? Something like that. Oh, this matchup's always weird. I'm going to mulligan that. Not great, but we still have 2 draws before we need it, so Any triggers? Oh, we had beige as a trigger. Then I was like, what? No, he trashed beige, and trashing two 2K counters from that is ballsy. Wow, that's pretty awful actually. Um, hmm, I'm gonna put beige. I'd rather have Onami to try and go in for a big double attack banish when they inevitably gain an extra life here. Oh, they just countered out. I mean, I'm more than happy for them to counter out of attacks because that's just straight up better for me. Yeah, good choice to get rid of Hiyori there because I was definitely going to Momo it. I don't know why I did that. Oh well, we'll counter out this one as well. I should let that first one go through and then I could have stopped Kikunojo from attacking. That would have been the smart choice. I'm just going to go for 3 so I can then search with Momo afterwards and hope they don't have 2k counters, 2k counters in hand. I know it's a risk, but like, worst case we rip 2k counters from hand and they're left with no resources. Best case we're banishing 2 life, which were Katakuri and Onami. Yeah, we ain't complaining. And I'm going to be on 8 next turn. Wait, no, I'm going to be on 9 next turn. Yeah, I was going to say there's no reason not to take a Yamato here. The only other option would be Nekamamushi, but might as well take the 9k who is effectively just going to get rid of something. Ooh, Rush NL. Why are you playing Rush NL? I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's a bad choice. I think it's a very bad choice, and I'm confused. I'd rather them counter that first one, but I'm fine with this because they get potentially a trigger. Yeah, they did get a trigger, but I'm kind of fine with that because it does still mean they'd lost a card from hand, so they effectively did counter. No, they did their own Yamato. It's looking like over. They played Russian L and then didn't attack, and then didn't attack again. Shidek di merda porco dio. I don't know what that means, and I'm not going to search it because I feel like that would only do me harm. I'm imagining it means shit deck, but big swing. Come on, don't have another Yamato. That's all we need, is for you to not have another Yamato. Okay. Kikunojo doesn't do anything when you have no life, so nice try. You can tell because the first line is in bold. You may put the top or bottom card of your life into your hand. Okay, I'm going to search what this means because I know it's rude and I know it's funny, and I'm actually going to report them if it is. So that's the thing. Let's go to translate, and I'm assuming this is in Spanish. Actually, we'll do detect language. That's probably the best choice. Oh, it's Italian. Oh, unfortunately. Spell that wrong. Oh, it was less rude than I expected. What he said translates to "Who makes you play this deck like a poor person? Only God knows." Um, you know, I don't even hate. Like that's fine. Imagine the previous one was just "Who makes you play this deck?" and the answer's me. I make me play this deck. You're playing an L. Actually, if there's any deck in the game who doesn't get to go, nah, you're playing a boring deck, is a Nell. Like, don't stop it. If there's anyone in the game who doesn't get to do that, it's an L. Just because he couldn't even take a life off me. Like I was meant to let him take a life off me and forgot to, and I still won. Let's stay Western. Keep getting yelled at by Italians. No, that could potentially be Italian. We'll go first still. It's an annoying one because like I do not think of myself as a racist or xenophobic person to any group. Like it's dumb. Like if you're gonna dislike someone because of where they're from, grow up. Just that's pretty much it. The only thing is, it's just very interesting how often somebody who's Italian will decide that they just want to have a go, and I do not understand it. They play in Yu-Gi-Oh! The first YCS I went to, my first opponent was Italian, the person next to me was Italian, and then the person who was next to me started telling my opponent what was in my hand. And the only reason I knew was because one of the cards in my deck was Italian. So I was like, stop that. They end up with they had people from Italy with a really bad reputation in card games because they're either salty or cheat, and it's just very annoying. Like that's not Italian people I know aren't like that. So I know it's not the entire country of Italy who acts like that, because obviously. Let's just swing AK again. Yeah, and then I'll actually stack one with that. Okay, I'm fine with that. And we'll stack Kikunojo. Well, I didn't have Momonosuke this time, so it really didn't make much difference, but. And we will counter out of this one. We'll use an Ekamamushi because I've got two of them. I know it has counter, but like, I could have also used Amaru, I guess. So pardon me. Oh, now we get him. That's actually very irritating. I guess I can attack with Kikunojo, then put Kikunojo in life. I don't hate that. I'm on 7, so I can go search. Oh, I wish. Search Izo. Swing 8k with Kikunojo. Hopefully we don't hit what Onami. That's the only thing that'd be bad that I could hit here. Nope. And then put her back in life and swing 5k at Perispero. Which I imagine they counter out of, but I'd rather clear something off of board if I can. No. And they do get a 7-cost Lin then. Which I don't really mind. They can play this turn and like they're guaranteed to get an extra life because I'm not trashing my stacked Kikunojo. But yeah, my man could die. That's fine by me. And what? Momo plus 2k counter here? The fact I can actually Yamato get rid of Gadatsu's pretty nice here as well. Although, no, we own army. Give lead, banish, and swing for as much as we can because they've got a big hand. 12k. There's a chance they counter out of it, but if they do, their hand's gone. Like that's fine. And to be honest, it's Katakuri again. They have to play a lot of like Lin, Perispero, even Reject. Just don't have counter. So what do we get rid of? A Maru and a Mande? Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Um, so I see I've got a few people watching at the moment. Thank you. It does mean a lot, like genuinely. Um, if any of you are able to follow, that it really does make a difference. So obviously, if you can, that would be great. If not, don't worry. Like it's fine. I'm not gonna force you to follow me. But yeah, it's been fun streaming so far. Even if I had to take 2 weeks off because of the throat infection. Um, I mean, Yamato still just does kind of seem good here. It doesn't knock out anything. I kind of just want to play aggro is the thing. I kind of just want to try and swing for game because I feel like that's my only actual win con. 7 cards. If we say 5k counter, let's say 6k counter. It could be more, but I feel like if I try and prepare for more, then if they have it, they have it. That's kind of all I can think of here. If I try and play around loads of counter, they're playing the other one should disappear, so they're probably fine. But if they got it, yeah. Oh, even then, they did just take a lot of cards from hand, but it was just a bit too late. I only needed 2 more, so. And we'll search. Hi, Clum. How you doing? We'll just search 2k counter. And it doesn't really matter what my last life is. I don't want either of these in it, so. And then we'll swing 7k into 6k Gadatsu. Just try and get something off the board and give us any hope of winning. I don't think we do, because 8k, 12k, 15k, I think just alone that's going to do it. But they don't know what's in hands, they won't overcomplicate it. That's annoying. Should have blocked that first attack. I forgot I had him. Oh no, I didn't. They just played the reject to remove my last life. Well, I'm very confused. I don't know what happened. Yeah, destroyed my Mo. Yeah, I should have blocked the first attack. It's still lost, but it doesn't excuse my misplay. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty well. Playing a pretty cool character deck, so that's fun. Yeah, I'm playing that at the moment. The deck that I will probably be playing when it comes out is this, but I might just stick with Yamato because I actually think it's been more fun for me. I built this wanting to play all the cool Wano stuff and be like, but I can stack Wano into life, and then it was like, oh, but Yamato just has. I just think Hiyori's my favourite card in the game. Genuinely, just stacking life out is just so fun. Any deck where I get to play her, I'm happy. This was my one for EBO1 that I want to play, assuming no changes in ban list from us to OCG. If there is, though, I'm still like prepared for it. And I will say there's a part of me that's very tempted to play You're the One Who Should Disappear. I don't know what I'd play it instead of. Maybe Tashigi, but Tashigi does drop cost. Probably Tashigi if anything, though. Maybe 2 Brook, 2 Tashigi. Just because, like, Moria, Kuzan, Lucci, but and Hina. Is there a 0 cost black event? Do they have one yet? Oh yeah, 6 King Pistol. Actually, not a bad trigger either. KO one with a cost of 1 or less and just draw a card. I'm pretty much at the end of the stream now. I'm gonna check if there's anyone we can raid, and then I might play one more game, depending on if there is. There should be someone we can raid. Just because I ended up doing a over 3 hour stream yesterday, and it actually did me more harm than I expected. I was I was tired. Yeah, let's see if there's anyone online. It doesn't look like there is. Two. Okay, there potentially is, but I don't actually know what they're playing, and I'll find out. Doesn't close my thing, does it? No. And you're going to hear some volume for a second. Is he already offline? Oh, was that... I read the time wrong. This person went online over 12 hours ago, not just under an hour ago. So, let's have a look for people who are streaming One Piece.
Commercial from Disney Channel, and ever since the first time I...
You heard nothing. Let's see. Okay, there are a few people online. I just want to see if they're... Okay, French/English. Again, I just want to make sure I'm not sending you to someone who you can't understand what they're saying, so... Okay, they are speaking Italian, I believe. Doesn't really look like there's anyone else on who's actually playing One Piece who speaks English. Just check if this guy is speaking English because it says he's French, but it's a instantly looked signed in as an advert. It says French/English, so it should be fine. If it isn't, then apologies. So we're going to go raid Raphos, who's playing Finsmoke Reiju. Thank you all for being here. It really does mean a lot. And if anybody's happy to follow, it really would mean a lot. For anybody who's already following, thank you. I don't know what to say. But yeah, enjoy Raphos' stream. Obviously, if it's not for you, you don't have to stay. But if you can, be appreciated. And yeah, thank you very much. Bye.
friends, Goofy, Mickey, and Minnie. I have their houses right here. I have my...
Donc là... Si j'avais ça... Ouh, ça c'est cool. Ça nous met bien.